This is my Moleskine Sketchbook 43, I think. It's been a bit of a muddle with all the sketchbooks I have, but that's the number I wrote down here. The big exciting book about nothing much. I started this on the 13th of August last year. There's a lot of self-portrait in this sketchbook for some strange reason. Little Harryhausen thing there with a guy sewing dragon teeth. This is, I think there was it's called Eriksgata in Sweden. It's when the Swedish royal family goes around Sweden and visiting small cities. So I did this kind of royal page. Self-portraits, of course, and a little music festival or a party. I guess I started with me and then kind of just continued. There's a little evil society, live drawing session, a band, lots of different stuff, a drunk party. And this is my lab. Crap artist in ink, superior artist preserves, and other stuff. Little Wolf Farrow, still life. I didn't know what to do with this space, and I got panic, so I had to add a second still life. And it looks like the robots have taken over the dance floor. I'm not sure if it's a comment about the artificial intelligence or what it is. Traffic scene. And a mix bag. This is swatches of all. I bought a big Japanese watercolor set, so this is all the colors in that. A little bar or something. I decided to have a very uniform kind of coloring schemes of the clothes in here. Maybe it's a pink evening. And I did this on the way to Madrid. I did exhibitions at Gallery Moderno in Madrid, and so this is inspired by that. As per usual, I just started making animals, and then I got tired of the animals, and then it turned into this kind of baggage reclaim area. More robots, more drawing. There's lots of talk about it. And this I did while drawing live with fans in Puerta del Sol in Madrid. So it's a bit hectic. Lot of people are not really used to drawing with other people, so it was kind of interesting. And this is the Hapsburg heir. It's a fascination I have with the Hapsburg family, the incest and their big chins. And this I started doing Madrid themed things, but then I had to leave Madrid. So this is I have a series with breakfast in different countries. So I made a English and a French, and that's a Spanish one, eating churros. And last week I was in Dortmund, so I made this on Madrid page. I had this space left, so I fill it with some well, German stuff, I guess. Some bones, why not? And this is also from Madrid, La Perilla or something, a very interesting restaurant in Madrid. Lots of those, it's not flamenco, it's some other thing, I can't remember it, but this was really nice, wonderful place. And some vacuum cleaning, I guess. And I also was in Torino, had a workshop at the Print Club Torino, So that's a movie museum, but it was so large queues, so I couldn't get in, but really fascinating tower. And I bought some wine, and it was a course in riso printing. That was the first time I did riso printing, so I had help with the riso printing from Print Club Torino. Really nice, lovely city. Spring fashion. More random self-portraits. I guess I spent too much time with myself. Same here. I kind of started with some kind of big hectic scene, but got tired of it. So I added a lot of beauty contest. Very random. And meanwhile, my wife, we went by train to Venice. So this is us passing the Brenner Pass. Great trip. Very nice to go by train. Some animals. And this is quite difficult to draw while going on the train, but especially in the Swedish trains are really shaky. So I started here, and all the cities that we passed through our way to Venice. When you come to the German trains, it's much less shaky, so it's easier. Yeah. And this is from Venice. There was a lot of mosquitoes, so the night was really quite difficult. And I tend to draw like gondolas when I am in Venice. A lot of self-portraits. And some pulp magazines, I guess. It's always nice to have a little place to make small, semi-funny stories, I guess. And I started doing like this kind of early 20th century, like Rockefeller, the Ritz crowd. Not sure. So there's lots of bad stuff happening. And this is also those kind of characters. That's a fascinating fashion, I guess. More self-portraits. I must have had really bad new ideas here. And me and my wife went to Copenhagen, and they have all this kind of wrought iron signs over the shops. Really very, very nice. So I did a page with that kind of wrought iron stuff. Danish metal. Some robot heads. I managed to press in a little self-portrait here as well. And this I did, when I went to Dortmund, I went by ferry. So I got inspired by the trip over with this, and then I kind of had to continue doing sea themed things, I guess. It's also one of those on the train. It's a kind of a semi-pattern. It's I do like the mirror effect, but I do it by hand. And the train, as it is so shaky, it's quite a suitable theme for train trips, I guess. And the color is done when I get home. I did this on the train as well, on the way up, and on the ferry. So it's an electric train, electric wheels. And also the train, you can't really know when it's going to shake a lot, so it's good to have lots of details. That is not super important to be like perfect. Perfect. Some vehicles, I guess. And this is actually the last page I finished in the sketchbooks. I usually start from the front and from the back, and then I kind of meet up in the middle. So this is actually like a resume of all the pages in this sketchbook. Of course, it's like the Tintin books in the Swedish edition. We always had this at the last page of all Tintin books. And when I was young, we were always very curious about the pages that didn't happen. So the numbers, all numbers wasn't there. So we wonder what kind of books there will be in the future. I guess it was about one book a year or something. Yeah, drinking alone, you can't beat it. Some boats, I enjoy doing this kind of, everything is a little unit, so I can finish this and kind of take a little break and then continue doing this kind of floating things. And it's kind of perspective, but it's not like super important that it is perfect. Some Chinese dragons. No, Dragon China, I guess. Some lures. I have done this the lore thing in a couple of older sketchbooks, so I wanted to return to it. Sometimes it's kind of, you have a effect that the ink kind of is a bit irritating. And this, prior to going to our trip, I did this as the plan for the trip, how I packed and what each day was going to be, I guess, with all the, we had planned everything. It kind of went without a problem, so it was really nice. It's also one of those Venice themed thing. I really enjoy Venice. There's a lot of tourists, but I am one of them, so it's okay. You can always go and find a quiet place to sit and draw. So, and I don't have to have the thing in front of me. I just need a glass of wine and a nice chair, I guess. And this is supposed to be a version of our home street. Pretty close to reality, I guess. Some more patterns. Started this on the train down to Venice from the end. I did this first, and then I got kind of tired doing that, so I did this more easily because it's really hard to do the blacks. You really have to be concentrated, and much more easy pattern thing without the mirror effect. And this was done when I went home from Torino, so it's Air Savoy. It's a common theme, those kind of cockpits. Not sure how many I have done. Some UFOs, a little bit like the floating thing, the same thoughts behind it. Bike pattern. And now we're coming to the close. Bars in. I kind of, it's always, when I don't really have a plan, I kind of start with myself and then it kind of evolves and the theme finds the drawing, or I should say it. It's easier to draw when you don't have a plan, I guess, I think. And now I come to the last pages of self-portraits, and the last one is Western themed. Thanks for watching. Now for number 44.